Recently on Randomosity.
Welcome into the Lucky Strike Randomosity Hour.
Musical guest, Vanilla Ice. And your host, Joe Piscopo.
9 out of 10 mothers listen as they go to sleep. Or their Randomosity pajamas.
Yeah,
Your face
all
is
that
right on the
stuff.
behind, right?
All right, so I can't hawk merchandise, but you can make snake oil salesman pitches.
What did the socks say to the pants?
I come down here often. I don't know.
Sup, britches?
Mr. Bean needs to be in the British government. The voice of Yoda is played by the same person who did the voices of Miss Piggy, Grover, and Cookie Monster.
True, that is.
I'm in the Dagobah system. Yay! Green, it ain't easy.
I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. No Coke, Pepsi.
Could it be
Satan?
Dude took a playground home.
Yeah, he took it one piece at a time.
Didn't cost him a
A
dime.
65-year-old man called 911 multiple times and asked deputies to deliver him ice cream and liquor.
We're on a mission from God.
Now, on with the show.
This is Randomosity with Shawn and Mark, the show dedicated to absolute nutter nonsense. So sit back, relax, and enjoy two idiots looking at the humor of life, unrealistic situations, and giving random topics more thought than they deserve. And now, here are your hosts, Shawn and Mark.
What's going on? Welcome into yet another smooth Sunday on Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. Shawn and Mark are back again with another fine episode of the show. How you doing today, Shawn?
I'm smooth.
You're smooth.
Smooth as the other side of the pillow.
Smooth.
Wait.
We're smooth.
Smooth.
The smooth
easy.
stylings of Shawn and Mark.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
We're getting creepy with this.
Yes, we are. Yeah. Anything going on?
Not a whole heck of a lot. I'm down 7 pounds from the last time you talked to me.
Down 7 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? Special diet?
I ate a lot of Taco Bell and then
A lot of Taco Bell.
There's a lot of beeping getting ready to come out. No, I'm just trying to lose some poundage, and so I'm just eating right, taking walks.
Well, congratulations.
Well,
on
thank
that.
you, sir.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good. We'll have to come up with that. Then we'll have the Randomosity diet.
The Randomosity diet.
That could be interesting.
Eat whatever the hell you want. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Whatever, man. Yeah. Oh man. So I, my daughter moved into a new house, and so I did some painting, and some moving. So, so that's always a fun time.
Now, was this just you did regular painting on the walls, or now there's like original art, Mark Decker art?
Yes,
Mark
there's
art.
original Mark Decker art on the wall. No, yeah, just painting.
New at Interior Home Designs, Mark Art.
Mark art. Yeah, there you go. Oh, hey, I'm in the process of getting a new job.
Mm-hmm, right.
And I had, you have to go for a drug test. Every job has you go for a drug test.
You got to test them all, right?
Yeah, this was a hair one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the nurse gets me back there, and she goes, "Oh, you don't have enough hair for that."
How much hair are they? I mean, I make fun of your hairline, but it's not like you're straight up cue ball bald.
I think they thought that, if they shaved me on the head, it would look funny. I think it would no matter what you did, though.
So wait, I just picture them like plucking hairs. Do they
No, they actually. So she decided that she would have to take hair from my armpit.
Oh my!
And so she shaved my armpits.
I'm uncomfortable with this conversation.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it was like, "Oh, I think I got too much hair," and I thought, yeah, "Okay, thank you."
Oh,
It's been a while since I haven't had that hair under the arms. I don't know. It's going to be interesting when it grows back in. I'm sure it'll be itchy and scratchy and all that good stuff.
They fight and fight and fight and fight. Sorry.
And Shawn, today is Mother's Day.
It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers out there.
Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy. Now you got me all confused.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Yeah.
But no, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And to my mother, I know you're listening as you're falling asleep. Sweet dreams, Mom.
Yeah, we learned that last week, so that's funny. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Yeah.
We should have saved that my mom falling asleep to the show for this week. We really should have.
We should have. That would have been funny. And then the the 9 out of 10 doctors thing. That would be kind of funny too.
Yeah. But again, happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yep. Hey, I did post something on Facebook on Saturday, and that was about 80s movies. And I think we're going to do a show about 80s movies later on down the line. Probably not until July or something like that. But I posted this, and it was like, how many of these movies have you seen? So go on Facebook and go ahead and tell us how many. We've already had some comments back on that. So
Right. And Mark, he must have had no life growing up. He saw all 34.
it wasn't all 34. There was a couple I didn't see.
Okay.
I think there's
It's 32 out of the
36 or something.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'd
so
seen
I
like
saw
30 of
34.
them.
30 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, all right. So, yeah. On the program today, we have problem solvers on the show to answer some life advice questions. Mount Forehead is back, and we're putting action heroes up on Mount Forehead. And, of course, a timely topic. Since this is graduation season, we're going to be talking about senior pranks.
I can remember some from my high schools.
Oh, good. Then you'll have to share.
There's
The statute of limitations is gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good. One other thing, we did add a new state, New Mexico.
New Mexico. Hey, I've been there.
Yep, and Romania is listening now.
I've not been there.
Yeah, I have not been there either. Is that where Transylvania is?
Dracula's got us in his
Dracula,
coffin.
yeah.
I love these randomosity.
Yeah, especially when I go to sleep. No.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Or no, it's blah, blah.
Blah, blah. 1, 2. Oh, that's the count.
One randomosity.
And now, the maroon of the week.
A man sitting, the man's from Mars Hill, Maine, okay? He's sitting in his truck, just sitting there, listening to music. I don't know what he was doing, but he was just sitting there when he sees a neighbor come out and start her car, and then she goes back inside, I guess, to let the car warm up, right?
Right.
So he goes over and steals her car
That makes sense.
and starts ramming it into his own truck because he wanted to call it in as a hit and run. Okay, but the neighbor watched him steal her car, and then she called police. He did bring the vehicle back and park it in her driveway, and then he got arrested.
I imagine he did. My God.
Well, I mean, what was he thinking there?
He wasn't. He needed the insurance money, and that's all he was thinking about.
I guess so, but man, wouldn't he need a new truck or something?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he couldn't make the payments on the truck.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking.
that's
And
what it is.
and so he's like, well, how do I get this? I know I'm going to take her car and just smash the ever-loving crap out of mine. And
Yeah, and it was his neighbor.
yeah.
That's what's so weird. It wasn't like it was just, he pulled into some random neighborhood. I mean, this was his neighbor.
Right, and in this world of Ring doorbells and stuff, that I don't know about that. I don't know that I'd trust that to work.
I just heard this news story that some guy, he got an Amazon uniform, and he's stealing packages.
It's like a reverse.
Right. So
delivery,
it just
yeah.
looks like he's going up to pick up a package from somebody, and nobody questions it.
So then, when he's walking back to his truck with a package, is it just like?
Well, because you could deliver, you could have packages delivered from your house.
I've never thought of that.
So
I've never done that.
But that's weird. I wouldn't think Amazon would do that. Well, I guess they would, because somebody has to ship it out if you're selling it through Amazon.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's
Oh my
some,
goodness.
some weird things out there.
What a maroon.
You can follow the show, Randomosity with Shawn and Mark, over on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Randomosity Pod. And if you want to send in a question for the show, something for us to talk about, some sort of nonsense that you want to send in, you can do so over there. Right in the comments.
So that reminds me, my sister, just this morning actually, she and I were talking, and she says when she listens, she wants to like jump in and she wants to like pause the show and jump in and interject with something, and it's like, you can't do that. It's recorded. But I did direct her to go to the Facebook, and if you look today, because she's liked our page, but it hasn't come up in her feed for some reason, so she went in and liked about 10 different things.
Oh, I saw that.
So that now she'll get updates when we post stuff.
Okay. So that helps.
Mm-hmm.
If people like the stuff, then it'll automatically come up in their feed.
Yeah. If you like something enough, if you hit enough likes, it's like,
okay.
This person wants to see stuff from Randomosity, so
Well, that's
it
a
puts
good.
it in
I
the
didn't.
algorithm.
I didn't realize that. That's kind of neat. So that's part of that algorithm that they have set up.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense now. So now I need to go on and like a bunch of people's stuff,
Mm-hmm.
whether I like it or not.
Right. Whether you like it or not. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. That's good.
How about some good news?
A guy who works as a treasure hunter helped a family in Massachusetts search their home and find hidden treasure. He found a metal box under their floorboards that had been there since the 50s.
Oh, wow.
And it had $46,000 in cash inside the box.
Oh, man.
Yeah. How do you get a job as a hidden treasure hunter? That's what I want to know.
I mean, the overhead is your metal detector, and I think that's it.
I would think so.
Maybe
but
a
you know,
shovel?
if you were searching a house, though, and you used a metal detector, there's all kinds of metal in the house. I mean, it's going to be going crazy, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, I was thinking more of the backyard
Yeah.
kind of thing. But, I mean, the treasure. So I guess what you're doing is when somebody buys a house to flip,
Mm-hmm.
they pay you to come in and I guess you're doing a lot of demo work for them.
I guess so.
But
Does he have
then-
to replace the floorboards? But, of course, they got $46,000 now, so,
Yeah.
they can put all new flooring in.
But then what happens if, you got the unscrupulous one? I mean, this guy obviously is above board, but what happens when you get the unscrupulous one who goes in and he finds the map to One-Eyed Willie's treasure and he just keeps it for himself?
Yeah, what happens when that I mean, he's just going in and knocking holes and things. Oh, I thought there was something here.
Yeah, I thought there might be. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. It kind of sounds like a movie, though, doesn't it?
It really does.
This summer, a family knows there's something inside their home. Call it a feeling. Call it a hunch. Hidden Treasure Hunter, starring Nicolas Cage.
Oh no, he's in everything.
Wasn't he in
He was in the National Treasure.
National Treasure?
Yeah.
So. God. Remember to subscribe and review the show. A new show drops every Sunday. And remember, this is a family-friendly weekly dose of absolute nutter nonsense.
And now it's time for Uncle Mark's Joke Bag.
Shawn, what do you call a jungle cat that needs hearing aids?
I am never gonna get one of these, am I?
I thought you'd get this one. I really did.
A hear cat? No. A cat that needs hearing aids. Is that what you said? A
Yeah.
jungle cat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I do know this one.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Do they also have several top 10 hits in the rock genre?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
All right, I think I know this one.
All right, go ahead.
Quiet Riot.
Oh, God. No. No, I'm sorry.
No, it's Def Leppard.
Yeah,
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard.
I got one. I got one,
You've
folks.
got one. And now we move on. Are you ready to jump in?
I am ready to jump. If you have a problem, we'll solve it.
Shawn, I don't think we can legally say that.
Oh. The problem solvers.
All right, let's jump into some life advice. Let's come to the rescue for Pat, who asked this question. And Shawn, I am glad the question is not just 6 words long, because it would say, is it okay to beat your kids?
Good Lord.
No, it is not. That's advice from the problem solvers. No, it is not okay to beat your kids. But this is what
if you'd like to connect with us on socials, it's
yeah. And so here it is. Here's the full question. Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay to beat your kids in everything, to let them know that life is not easy, or should I take it easy on them for their self-esteem?
Well, I mean, what are we talking about here? If it's a video game, sure, give it easy to them. If it's something in the backyard,
Yeah, you lose. You lose.
If it's something in the, like you're playing wiffle ball in the backyard, throw them a bone every now and again, but don't necessarily let them win. I mean, it's a give and take. You can't just crush them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe at one time I probably had a different philosophy on that, but yeah, now it's like I can see where we can go to too far of an extreme too.
And we might have done that as a society.
Yeah, where we've let
Oh, but I always
everybody's
win.
a winner, that kind of thing. But I mean, there's some of those life lessons that you have to learn out there that will make make somebody better.
Right.
But then if we crush who they are and crush that self-esteem, then oh man.
Right. But so yeah, I think you got to have a happy medium. Let them win sometimes, but sometimes beat them. And when you do beat them, you got to trash talk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been trash talking my nephew on video games since the dawn of him playing video games.
Yeah, because how do they know how to trash talk if you don't teach them, right?
Exactly. I mean, these are the life lessons these kids need.
That's right. I mean, you can't. Everything doesn't have to be bad like that.
Right.
Where you're just beating them, and I don't mean that in a physical sense. I meant that
Defeating them. Let's call it defeating
we'll call it
them.
defeating them. Yeah, we want to make sure that everybody's, stays in a good place. That's
Right.
for
Exactly. So yeah, they need to know that they're not going to win every single time, but throw them a bone.
Throw them a bone every once in a while. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that we can certainly spend too much time downplaying things and trying to teach them life lessons, and that life's not easy and life is not fair. But you can't do it all the time.
No,
you cannot do it all the time.
You do it all the time, you get the spoiled, entitled brats, and then you gotta.
We go back to another generation. You talked about, you did impersonations, and your dad said, no, you did them spot on.
And they were not. I mean, they're not any better now than they were then, and you guys have heard them here now. So yeah.
So I mean, I think that that's certainly one of those things that would certainly.
Right.
Help somebody along if you give that good balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, things with kids are never going to be a one or the other thing. It's always going to have to be a little bit of a compromise, a little bit of a give and take.
Sure.
You're never just going to be like, oh, you're a kid, you should always lose or you should always win. It's never going to be.
Man, that one's getting deep.
Man, it's like
it's like we have a real show, like we're doctors. Dr.
Now,
Shawn
Mark,
and Dr. Mark.
Now, Mark, why do you think you need to beat your kids at video games all the time? Can't you just let them save the princess once?
Oh, boy, yeah. So, thanks, Dr. Phil. Oliver says, my wife wants me to eat healthy and not get fat. But candy, slushies, and shakes keep calling my name. What should I do?
Ignore. Trust me, I'm in the middle of a diet right now. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Ignore what? Ignore your wife?
Ignore the voices in your head telling you eat the sugar.
Yeah. When you're out and she's not around, just go ahead. Grab yourselves a McFlurry and just.
You're trying to get this guy in trouble, aren't you? No.
Oh, yeah. Burger King. Going for a Whopper.
Oh, my God. Get the Impossible Whopper, at least. It's probably a little bit healthier, right?
I doubt it.
Made out of, plants.
It's made out of plants, so.
I mean, there's no fat in plants. I don't know.
How do they cook those? They cook them in the same
I think
grease,
so.
don't they?
Well, I don't know.
I know it's flame broiled, so it's
Right.
different, but
I don't know, so it should be, in theory, there's less grease with an Impossible Whopper, I think. Mm-hmm. I've had one in my life, but
I haven't had any.
I don't foresee you ever having
It's impossible for me to eat the Impossible Whopper. Not when they have the real Whopper there.
Not when it's the real thing.
That's right. I just can't see I don't see the point of it.
Well, I mean, a real Whopper is really good.
Yeah, well.
Man, I miss Whoppers.
Yeah.
I've been eating, salmon and kale for a week now.
Salmon and kale.
I like kale, so it's not like I'm complaining, but when it's all you're eating, and I could probably vary it up a little bit more, but
Well, yeah. You
It's just-
should.
Yeah, well,
Variety
I
is the
know.
spice of life.
Well, the spice is pretty bland right now.
Well, there's no variety either. You're eating salmon and kale. How many things can you do with salmon and kale?
Kale salad,
Uh-huh.
grilled salmon,
Smoked salmon.
smoked salmon, kale salad.
Yeah. I guess you can't do fried salmon unless you put it in an air fryer, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have an air fryer, so that's out the window.
Yeah, my son had a birthday here recently, and he wanted a air fryer, and we got him one Ninja air fryer. And I'm going to tell you, I was a little skeptical, and he's cooked a few things, some jalapeno poppers, not to make you hungry or anything, Shawn. It wasn't salmon or kale.
Thanks.
But you can dehydrate in those too, so you could dehydrate your kale and have like kale chips.
Well, I've got a dehydrator, so I can do that. I just haven't.
Yeah, and but we had some of those and some tater tots and some I'm trying to think, mozzarella sticks and stuff. I tell you what, they do a great job. He also made some breaded chicken the other night, and it turned out great. I'm blown away by the air fryer.
The air has blown you away.
Yes, it has.
There's a bit somewhere in there, but I'm not going to go for it.
Yeah, okay. So so there you go. Get an air fryer. Because it makes it healthier, right? And then you can have like tater tots and jalapeno poppers, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah.
I mean, you can't overindulge, and that's the
No, you
big
can't
thing.
overindulge in any of it. I can't have like a 3-pound kale salad. That's not going to.
Right.
That would be bad.
That's a big salad.
That would fill me up and clean me out.
Yeah. So I think that is it's all about moderation, about knowing your limits. I tell you what, they have these mini like ice cream things, like you can get a mini sundae or anything.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And really, I mean, it's really enough. You don't need a ton of it. I don't think it's not a case of eating healthy, such as like, carrots and all the time. You can have some of that unhealthy stuff, but find a new way to cook it or eat it in small portions. I think that's the key there.
Yeah. I mean, portions are most of the key when you're eating on a diet.
Yeah.
And of course, the more unhealthy the item, the smaller the portion. But
yeah, right. Yeah. So maybe you can only have one jalapeno popper, and
you can never have just one jalapeno popper.
I know.
They're so good.
Oh man. So so that pretty much wraps up Problem Solvers.
See,
We've answered the problems that people have. We've given them some good life advice, and maybe.
Well, we've given them good. We've
We've
given
given
them
them life advice.
Yes. Whether or not it's good, your mileage may vary.
That's true. And if you have some life advice, you want us to settle an argument, whatever that might be.
Or if you want us to start an argument, I don't know.
Well, we probably do that a lot.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is go online, go to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and put that in the comments. We'll put something out about Problem Solvers. Put it in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer any of those questions for you.
And again, we hold no legal responsibility for anything that might happen to you as it regards to our advice. We're idiots.
Yes, what do we know?
Exactly.
4 out of 5 doctor's offices recommend listening to Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. It makes for healthier patients, happier plants in the lobby, and it curbs magazine theft.
Let's be real, senior year of high school is anything but a breeze. There's so much to stress about, including homework, college applications, and of course, prom. But on the flip side, being a senior definitely has its perks, including Senior Prank Day. It's the one day of the year where seniors take some risk and play hilarious pranks on teachers and other students. But be warned, if you decide to try any of these at your own school, there will be consequences. So we're going to talk about senior pranks and some of the ones that are out there. I don't remember a senior prank.
See, I do. I remember when I was a senior. Now, I wasn't part of the crew that did the pranking, but they released several mice into the cafeteria.
Ooh.
Yeah, that didn't end up well. People got in trouble over that one.
Yeah, I remember this wasn't a senior prank. It was during football season, and I remember, so it was a Friday night, and somebody put a dead possum in the vice principal's office.
That's just mean.
Yeah, threw it through the window, and man, it stunk.
I bet it did. It was a dead possum.
But it wasn't really a senior prank, I guess. So I don't know
No, it was a senior that's just a...
What?
whether he deserved it or not.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so let's talk about some of these senior pranks that other people have pulled here. And I read this one. I guess some of the students took screwdrivers, I guess the senior class, with them to school and randomly unscrewed things all over a course of a month. Non-essential screws. So whatever they were removing screws from was still left intact. And then a bucket of screws was later delivered to the principal with no context.
Tell me there was a note on there that says, the world is an imperfect place. Screws fall out all the time.
Can you imagine?
Just, what is this? Why do I have a bucket of random screws?
Screws.
So now, they were non-essential screws, but did
Right.
anybody know that the screw was missing? Were they like, oh, that hinge should have 3 screws, but there's only 2?
It doesn't. I don't know. But that
Just to...
kind of funny, actually.
Were they Phillips or were they straight heads? Because, straight heads are pretty much obsolete nowadays. So you give them the straight heads, then you're just really giving them a bucket of nothing.
Yeah,
But
a bucket of nothing.
If
Yeah.
you're giving him Phillips, hey, he might think, oh, hey, they knew I needed screws for home. You know,
Yeah.
They're giving me a senior present.
A senior present, yes.
Or
That's
do you think
funny.
he took it as a screw you? Because that's...
Oh, that could be. Now that I hadn't thought
I
of.
don't think it was intended that way.
No.
Or at least not by the person that mentioned that.
Right.
But
Oh, gee. That's funny.
so this one's from the class of 85. The senior class bought 10,000 business cards, and it simply
10,000?
said 10,000. I don't know how much that cost in 1985, but you couldn't just print them off on a printer. Then people actually had to put a press. You had to put ink. I mean, that took some doing. So they bought 10,000 of the business cards that said class of 1985 and hid them everywhere, under couches, behind paintings and books in the library and ceiling tiles. Needless to say, they're still being found. These cards are still being found.
Oh, my God.
Could you just imagine you're in a book, you rent a book from the library, It's like, oh, yeah, I need to read Tom Sawyer for this class and do a book report. Class of 1985.
Yeah.
What?
Ooh.
That just become my bookmark at that point. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think so.
I mean,
Wow. That's kind of a neat one, though, because it keeps going.
could you imagine 25 years from now? So this would be 50, or excuse me, 20 years from now. So it'd be 50 years, and somebody's replacing a ceiling tile because the school's getting remodeled in 1985.
Yeah.
Find this old yellowed piece of cardboard.
That's the prank that just keeps on giving.
I mean, I wouldn't ever spend money for 10,000 business cards, but if I was going to, that'd be something I would do with it.
Yeah, I think so. At a graduation, about 10 or 15 students had their own tubes of glitter. And at the end, when they say, hey, we give you the class of 2021, whatever it was, they, instead of throwing their hats in the air, they threw the glitter in the air.
That's just pissing everybody off.
No, I know. And the principal was not impressed. Not at all.
And there was just 10 or 15 of them. Everybody else is just like, dude, now I have glitter all over myself. Thanks.
And you can never get
jackwagon.
rid of it.
No. You talk about the prank that keeps on giving. This is the demented version of the business card one.
Right.
Because, they went home, they showered. 2 days later, oh, yeah, you got some glitter on your eyes. Son of a...
It's like that edible glitter you were talking about.
So Doc, I was
Yeah.
I was at the Mickley's graduation party, and I was by the cheese dip,
by the cheese dip.
and somebody threw some glitter, and well, my main concern is it got in the cheese dip, and I didn't stop eating the cheese dip.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, is
Even after my toupee fell in.
even after the toupee fell in, so I got some glitter on the toupee and a little bit of cheese dip, but I'm just wondering, since I ate the glitter and it's the non-edible glitter, am I poisoning myself, or am I just gonna have disco poop?
Disco poop. I like it. Yeah. Hang it from the ceiling, shine a light on it.
Now that's a senior prank.
That's a senior prank.
Hang poop on the wall. No, don't do that, kids. Don't hang
boy.
poop on the wall. I'm
No, don't do that.
I'm officially warning you against it. Oh my god, I never thought I'd say disco poop.
Disco poop.
Disco disco defecation. I don't know. That's not a disco beat. No.
Anyway.
All right, back to the senior pranks.
Yeah.
So during sophomore year, a group of kids covered the hallway floors with bubble wrap, and they managed to play elevator music through the announcer speakers.
Oh,
So you've got da-na-na-na-na, pop, 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 pop. My question is it the little bubble wrap or the big?
The big ones, man.
the big ones that are
those
like 3-inch diameter
boom.
bubble wraps. Sound like cannons going off in
Yeah.
the hall.
Oh,
Oh man,
I
that
bet you it was just the small stuff.
God, I hope so. The big stuff would lead to a lockdown.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
And I'm not even trying to make a joke there. That big
No.
stuff might lead
Somebody would hear that and think it was
something else
else
is happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
man. Hey, some seniors paid a company to move a big boulder in front of the main entrance of the school. And the school then had to pay the same company to come and remove it. Now, if I was the company, I'd just put boulders in front of a lot of doors and then get called and,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you'd be in jail then.
probably.
The boulders. Oh, who thinks of that? Who thinks of, you know what I want to do? I'm going to get a big old rock. I'm going to pay somebody to put it in front of the school, and the school's going to have to pay that same. And the company's like, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't hear that.
I mean, this has to be in Colorado. I don't know where else you would have a.
Probably Boulder.
I walked right into that one. I put it on a tee, gave Mark the big wiffle ball bat with a fat barrel, and he
Yes.
hit it.
And I took it.
Yeah, Boulder, Colorado. But, it had to be someplace that just has random rocks, large rocks just sitting around.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. So then another one. The school had an interior courtyard in one of the buildings, and, it had a restaurant that was about 15 miles away. It was with a Paul Bunyan statue, right?
Oh, no.
So most of the school, they got there at 4 a.m., took the statue, drove down the expressway with the head over the top of the vehicle and the feet almost touching the ground. So they didn't think to get a big vehicle or rent a U-Haul. No, they just said, hey, Bill.
Well, why spend money?
Well, yeah. You're going to be spending bail money if you get seen with Paul Bunyan on the back of your car. So the pickup was surrounded by about 100 or so other cars, so nobody was going to get close to it. When they got to the school, they hoisted it in the center of the main building and admired their work. And the next day, the school had to get a crane and get the statue removed. The best part was nobody saw the 100 vehicle convoy with a 15-foot statue in the center of the highway.
How could you miss that?
Well, I mean,
Oh, it's 4-something in the morning.
yeah. So, I mean, if you rented a flatbed or something, it might. I mean, the other cars wouldn't necessarily need to be there because you could look like you're just. Oh, yeah. They were replacing Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
But yeah, just imagine you're the principal. You come to school one day and there's Paul Bunyan. You might wonder where Blue is, but
Oh, man. That's funny.
just a big Paul Bunyan statue. I mean, thank goodness big boys aren't still a thing because
I would think that would be something somebody would try, yeah.
that probably was tried. And that's why there's no more big boys.
So the school paid to have a crane company come in and remove the thing and then had it hauled back. And it's like, yeah, if you get caught doing this, guess who I was paying for it?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the school.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I would think that's one where they'd be trying to take fingerprints.
Yeah.
And they were probably smart enough to have gloves on, but man.
I mean, that's kind of ingenious, though, what they did. And you would think
Yeah.
that thing would be bolted down or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they probably, but how would you even think to unbolt it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it was as big where it went over the full pickup truck, oh my God.
Oh, man. This one, one of the students' dads was close friends whose grandpa. I'm trying to piece that together. Okay.
Yeah. So
He owned a chicken farm.
Okay.
Okay, and chicken farm was they were going to put down a couple dozen of their hens because they had stopped producing eggs. So I guess the dad asked his friend to find out if they could have those chickens.
Oh no!
Now the dad's involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conspiracy, and the guy said, I don't care as long as they're gone. Take them, do whatever you want with them. And so they got a bunch of dog carriers, stuffed them full of chickens, and then and the dad had a key to the school for some reason. I don't know why. And I do know why, because he did morning workouts for the wrestling team.
Gotcha.
So they took the chickens to school on a Saturday night and hid them throughout the whole school. And then on Monday, when they came to school, the faculty was running around chasing chickens. And to top things off, they always served chicken for lunch on Mondays.
Did they think the chickens were just there to finally gain just chickens there to exact their revenge?
Oh man, see the lunch lady. Oh,
they can never take our feathers. Oh my God! Just can you imagine that? And the hallways had to be just gross.
Oh, and they put them in there on a Saturday.
And they didn't
so
come
they
in
had
until Monday. So they had the whole
days, yeah.
Oh, that was just an awful
and
scene.
Chickens poop.
Well, yeah. I mean, most things do poop.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it really
and
bad.
It stinks.
Oh,
yeah, and it smells. Did they put any feed in there for them?
I don't know.
That would have been the ultimate. Just make sure they can reload.
Make sure they keep reloading.
Just. All right. Make sure they got enough so they can just poop in the entire thing.
Oh.
I want wall to wall poop.
Wall to wall. Yes.
We talk too much about poop, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm imagining seeing like my old principal running around and fetching chickens, man. That would just be
fetching chickens.
Or hunting. And not hunting chickens, but like just not
you have to have a chicken hunting license?
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting chickens. Oh my goodness. So two friends, they were part of a nine-person crew that broke into their high school on the 31st of whatever year that was. And they entered every single teacher or administrator's office or classroom and removed the center drawer from their desks.
Oh, no.
And there's 12,000 students in the school and 75 faculty members.
That's a lot of work.
They then replaced those top center drawers in other faculty members' desks. So, like...
Oh, so they just switched them. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Jones's top drawer is now in Mr. Whoever's. Hopefully there's nothing in there that's like...
The reason I mentioned the date should be obvious. They did this on March 31st, the night of. So what was the next day?
April Fool's Day.
So they came in and Mrs. Smith opens hers and there's, a book that belongs to, Principal Jones. Principal Jones opened his up and there's all the chattering teeth from what was her name now? From Christmas Story, the teacher. That's where I was trying to go with that one, but
yeah,
oh my God, could you just imagine? And imagine if there's something in that drawer you don't want seen.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. It's like,
I mean, if you're smart and you're a teacher and an administrator, you're not going to have anything illegal in there. But the principal might have a bottle of scotch in there. I don't know.
A bottle of scotch, yeah.
Probably not in that drawer though.
Yeah, that would be in the bottom drawer.
Bottom drawer, yeah.
It's locked, so.
If he's smart.
That's right. A few days before graduation, this class decided to list the principal's house for sale by owner on Craigslist, and they priced it about $75,000 below market value and scheduled an open house on the day and time of the graduation ceremony.
Oh, no.
So a couple dozen people showed up in his driveway when he got home.
Okay, the fact that it was $75,000 below market value should clue you in that it's not a legitimate...
Yeah, there's something wrong here.
If you're going to do that, you'd be smart. You list it, $5-7 below market value. Just, hey, I need to move quickly. I need to sell my house fast. I know that I'm losing money on this, but blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You put something like that out. Putting it at 75,000. If that's me looking at it, I'm like, yeah, no.
No. But some people showed up.
Oh, there's always idiots. I mean,
Yeah.
We're proof of that.
Yeah.
But
Gee.
so this crew glued some coins to the floor and on the counter platforms and on school snack shops, and proceeded to record everybody that tried to pick up a coin. And there were people that repeatedly tried. I don't know if it was me and I picked up and I went one coin and it wouldn't come up. The next coins I see, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, no kidding.
They then played the video during the graduation ceremony in one corner of the entrance hall that the school is using, and they had projectors. They repositioned from one of the conference rooms so they could play that. So people are walking in, just seeing themselves trying to pick up glued coins.
Oh, boy.
That's just a waste of money.
That's a waste of money.
I mean, I know it's probably just pennies, but here's the thing. If I see a penny, I'm like, it's a penny. So
Yeah.
they had to at least be doing dimes and quarters, I think.
Yeah, $50. No.
Yeah, nobody's got $50. I got some $50, but not many people have $50 anymore, and I wouldn't waste 50 cents doing that.
No, no. It is funny though.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That's like one of those prank shows that you see on infomercials where they're just showing you, oh, they did this prank and out in public, and then how do those guys never get beat up? By the way, those pranks are like people coming out of trash cans as people are walking by. My reflex would be to punch.
Yes.
And these people never get hit.
I don't know. So this class had teachers fill out a whole list of questions. One question being, for what would you wake up in the middle of the night? And they did just that. They bought the actual product, went to their house, and woke the teacher up. Just a few of them who would appreciate the joke. So they didn't even, not all the teachers. And they made a whole video about it. And the whole school watched it together in the auditorium. They said it was a funny and harmless prank. So I'm trying to figure this out. So
they asked the teacher, hey, what was something that you would wake up in the middle of the night for?
And somebody knocking on the door probably would be.
So most of the time, that's probably a food thing, I would imagine.
Yeah, so they brought them something. And
yeah, so that's
it's a
not
little
too bad.
gift. I mean, it's harmless. It's,
And you're
and they
waking-
only went to the ones that had a sense of humor. They
Yeah.
didn't go to.
Yeah, I know exactly what principals I could get away, or what teachers I could get away in high school doing that with, and I know exactly the ones that I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even bring them the questionnaire.
Right.
They want to get their teaching in and be done. They don't like anybody.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness. So this class, they all skipped class and tailgated in the senior parking lot. So this just takes guts anyway. They set up grills, brought snacks, and someone even brought a ping pong table and they played soda pong. It's high
Soda
school.
pong, yeah.
You couldn't bring alcohol into the premises. One of the favorite memories from that day is when two of the kids were particularly known for partying a lot, took on the president and dean of the students at Pong. So this is one where I guess it was probably one of those senior skip days where it's just known that's going to happen.
Right.
And the school just was like, okay, at least they're in the parking lot. They're not.
Yeah,
out
they're here.
causing- They're here. So I guess they decided, well, hell, we might as well have some fun with them. I can just imagine seeing. Okay, so I never had any principals that were stuffed shirts. Or
Right.
is that the term I'm looking for? Where they were just, staunch, no, nobody has fun type of people. I never had any principals like that. I'm just imagining the principals I had playing this. That would be fun. I could see, I don't know if he listens to us, but I could see Mr. Barry being one of the professors or teachers going out to do that. He did stagecraft class at my school. So Mr. Barry, I know I'm friends with you on Facebook. If you're listening to this, hit us up on the social. Would you have gone out and joined in the soda pong? I got a feeling I know the answer to that, but just let me know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that would have went over.
Yeah, there's some administrators that would not.
No, definitely not.
And, there's not really I don't know if there was really a president of the school. There might have been one of the school district, but he wouldn't have been on site at my high school. It would the principal would have been the big head honcho on scene. So there wouldn't have been a president playing ping pong, but yeah, I could see I could see some of my principals going out and having fun with that, and definitely some teachers.
This one, they combined their senior prank and their senior gift for the band director. They took his old desk chair and brought it up to the top of a 2-story watchtower, where you'd stand up there and watch him perform during marching band rehearsals, so he could make sure that everybody was in the right place and everything was going the right way. And they threw it off, and they filmed his reaction, of course. Then, when he brought them inside to yell at them, there was a new chair sitting at his desk.
Aw.
So he got a new chair.
See, that's good. That one's good. I like that one. That's just one of the, and obviously they knew they could get away with something like that.
Right.
And they knew that they knew how he'd react, but they also knew that he wouldn't be mad once he saw the new chair.
That one's funny. I like that one.
Yeah. So one crew and they had swapped an entire senior class with another local high school for the day.
Oh no, this is funny.
So the entire class was assigned, and so it was actually a lot of fun until the electricity blew at the original high school, so they all got to go home early. So could you imagine that? You swap, like, let's say you go to high school A and there's high school B. You're going to swap classes for the day just for fun.
Wow.
High school A's power goes out, so you originally went to high school A, now you're at high school B for that day. The power goes out, they get to go home early. Now you're stuck at a school you don't know anybody at.
You don't even know anybody at, and
you're there for the whole day, which you were prepared for, but now you find out that your counterparts get to go home. That would just take me off.
Awful. That would be awful. That's the worst prank ever.
Yeah, it is.
How about this? The whole class gathered outside in a circle right in front of the school and pretended that 2 kids were fighting in the middle. They were screaming and, video recording the whole thing. And eventually the school's police officer, the resource officer, and some teachers pushed everyone away to find 2 kids playing a game of chess.
That would be awesome. I would just love to actually see that happen in real life. Just, oh yeah, take his king. Yeah, you just got checkmated.
Yeah.
But I mean, they couldn't have been saying that stuff because people would have known. They're not. I know people don't know the latest slang, but you're never going to think you just got checkmated.
Yeah, they yeah. Especially when you see a big circle of kids.
Just, oh yeah. And they're probably saying beat him.
Probably, yeah.
And so, yeah. Oh, my God, that would be epic. And just the look on their faces when they get there. Hey, what the? You're playing chess. Did they have the clock there, too? Because that would be hilarious.
That would be even better. That would be even better.
I'm concentrating.
Click.
Oh, my God. So that's a few senior pranks, more than a few. So if you'd like to send us any pranks you might have done that you think were epic or nice or funny, go ahead and send them to us on the socials. That is Randomosity Pod at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And we're working on getting an email where you can send us stuff. So once we get that lined out, we'll let you know that.
We're also looking into how to take actually voice messages, and we could actually play them back on the show.
That would be awesome.
That would.
Although we'd have to screen them first, because I know some of my friends that would call in and just say ridiculous things that we could not air.
Right. We would definitely do that.
All right, coming up, Mount Forehead.
There are certainly things that make the best movie heroes completely bad. That swagger, that style, and most of all, the ability to deliver in a pinch. But really, if your hero can beat the odds and save the day when under the gun, all while retaining a clear enough head to have a snappy sense of humor, well, that's all that matters. Today we're picking action heroes to take their place of honor on Mount Forehead.
That mountain's getting crowded.
It is getting crowded. Yeah.
Do we just tear it down every
We
time
tear
we
it
do
down
a new
every
one?
time,
Just
yeah.
build a new one?
Yeah.
Contractors love us.
We're keeping the
Keeping the construction in business, yeah.
That's right. The chiselers and the...
But how do they put rock back? That's what I want to know. They do it. But how do they got rock glue?
Yeah, it's a whole union thing. You just wouldn't understand it. So
Oh, my goodness.
go ahead and kick it off, Shawn.
So, like you said, we're doing action heroes. And my first one, I mean, you just got to start off with Rambo. John? John
Well,
Rambo.
John
So that's where I was
Rambo,
going with that. Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester
All the
Stallone.
Rambos, you know, over the top. You've got, you know, Cobra, the Expendables, and the biggest one of all is Staying Alive.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Rhinestone, but okay.
I forgot he was in Rhinestone. Like a rhinestone cobra.
Him and Dolly.
Him and Dolly just shooting terrorists.
Oh, boy.
Could you imagine Dolly Parton just die? Just,
It's a new ride at Dolly World.
hi, honey. You're about to go meet your maker.
I can see her using a shotgun. I don't know.
Oh, it'd be a shotgun with her. Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's the movie we need.
Oh, boy. My first one is going to be Sean Connery.
The deed is done.
That's right. The first and still the best actor to portray the legendary James Bond character.
Agreed.
Yep. He's an icon in every sense of the word. I mean, he was in The Untouchables, The Man Who Would Be King, Highlander. Shout out to Jim. But yeah, Sean Connery takes his place of honor there.
And Alex Trebek is just seething.
That's right. Suck it, Trebek.
Suck it long and suck it hard. So of course my next one, of course another obvious one, Arnold.
Arnold.
We're just doing this for the. We didn't do a Sylvester Stallone impression. We should have done that. Should have done this. Yeah, but yeah, Arnold. Yeah, so you know you got
He has to be there.
you know Terminator, you know Predator. You're one ugly mother. You know even True Lies.
True Lies.
Not Independence Day. What is the one I'm thinking of? Where Total Recall.
Oh yeah, Total Recall.
Total Recall. He was even in the Expendables. That's just like the catch-all anymore.
Oh yeah,
You get all
they
of them
Throw
in
them
there.
all in there, and
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just all. You think action hero? The first thing you think of is the Terminator, I think. Mm-hmm. And just you know.
oh
him.
yeah, I mean when you think of Arnold, you think Terminator.
Where's John Connor? I'll be back. I need your clothes and your car,
Hasta la vista,
baby.
My next one is that glare, that squint.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey. No, Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Eastwood is as cool as they come. You know, Fistful of Dollars, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Dirty Harry, Heartbreak Ridge. You know, all those.
Oh yeah.
City Heat. No.
Even Gran Torino, he was kind of an
Gran
action.
yeah.
He 80 years old, but he was still doing some action hero stuff in that.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
So yeah, Gran Torino, good. Yeah, good calling there on him. Now, if I'm not mistaken, our next two are the same.
Yes, we have two of the same.
So one, I mean, you've got to do this because otherwise he will find you, and you have no chance. Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
He's
That's right.
he's got the chin of granite, and underneath that beard is another fist.
Another fist.
You know, you got to include somebody that has a whole urban legend of just, you know, just the facts made of them. You know,
Right. The bearskin rug in his house.
It's just a
He's-
bear.
He's not. Yeah. The bear's not dead. He's just scared to move.
What was the one? You know, if a vampire were to bite Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris would not turn into the vampire. The vampire would turn into Chuck Norris. However, thankfully, we don't get Chuck Norris vampires because his skin is not able to be punctured.
That's right. That's right. Oh man. Yeah, you can't. I mean, the Octagon, Forced Vengeance, Missing in Action, Code of Silence, Delta Force, Walker Texas Ranger. If you want to go to the TV.
Oh yeah,
Kind
you
of
got to
thing.
include Walker Texas Ranger. Expendables, he's in that
the
too.
Expendables. He's in that one. I was just thinking of one that he was in. Oh shoot!
He's in-
I can't.
He's in a
Oh,
bunch.
Good Guys Wear Black.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, just he has to be up there.
He's got to be, and he's the only one that will chop his own image in
Exactly, he will chop it
with
in.
his bare hands. Just chop, 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 chop. And even if it doesn't look like him, you tell him that looks just like you, Chuck.
Yes, you better tell him it looks like him.
And when we're saying the Expendables for these guys, it's not necessarily the original movie; it's the franchise. They're in the franchise.
Right.
And then the last one, I think, and we both felt we had to include this guy because he's done all these action movies in another country and here, and he's always been his own stuntman, Jackie Chan.
Yep. The pride of Hong Kong, I tell you. And I mean, he does a nice job mixing his martial arts skills with some strong comedic timing. I mean, it's kind of funny what you see him grab to fight with sometimes.
Oh yeah, he could be in Olive Garden. He would grab 2 breadsticks, and that's a plentiful weapon there.
Right.
And he would beat you to death with those.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when he grabbed the ladder one time and used it, and that was just amazing.
And I know it's all choreographed ahead of time, but I like to imagine that he's just like, okay, just put a bunch of stuff in the room, I'll figure it out, and just duck when you see something coming.
That's probably it. Yeah. You'll never see his, like you said, his stunt double because he doesn't have
right.
one.
And man, there's just some things. I forget the movie. I'm going to look it up now, where he was coming down the side of a glass building. And
some of the movies, Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx is the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, Rush Hour and Kung Fu Panda.
Well, I'm imagining he just gave his voice to that one.
It was a voice thing, yeah.
But he didn't need a stunt double for his voice.
He was around. He was in Around the World in 80 Days too, and did a lot of the fighting stuff in that as well. So
now I don't know how long. I don't know if he's still doing enough action movies where he's got to worry. But I mean, this man he's still his own stunt double. But he was born in '54, so this man's almost 70.
Yeah.
And he's still just I'll do it.
Still going.
I just hope when I'm 70, I'm on this side of the dirt.
Oh boy, we came up with some alternates. Bruce Willis, we talked about
all the diehards. Yippee-ki-yay! Yeah.
And Harrison Ford.
Get off my plane.
Yeah. Yep, that one, of course. And then all those.
I didn't kill my wife.
The Fugitive. Yeah. Air Force One you mentioned, Indiana Jones.
Why does it have to be snakes?
Yeah, American Graffiti. No, that's he was in it, but
that's not
really an action movie.
Right.
But a lot of great ones that are out there. We didn't include any of the newer ones like The Rock,
right, and Jason Statham.
Yeah, so we didn't put any of them
Vin
in
Diesel.
there because we thought, well.
This is Mount Forehead. It's got to have some historical context to it.
Exactly. So we picked some older people. Let us know if you agree with us, disagree with us. Let us know who your favorite action heroes are. And just, keep us up to date with that.
All right. And the way you can let us know about them is on the social medias. Randomosity Pod at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and the gram.
Yeah, I didn't say that because I figured we beat that horse to death.
Well, it's all about it's all about just forced marketing, Mark. Just
forced marketing.
I don't remember the actual title. I took a business class. You'd think I'd remember what it's called, but
yeah. We'll go with forced marketing.
I think it was
like
focused marketing.
Okay, that probably sounds better.
Yeah. My business professor's gonna be mad. Anyway. So great show once again this week, sir.
Yes, you too. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Like we said, we're working on getting an email set up. Now, when we get that set up, we'll throw that on the socials, force marketing. and like Mark said, we're looking at getting a phone line or phone number, something that we can
take messages on, and that way you can leave a message, and we could actually play back that message on the air as well.
Now, I'm good at disguising my voice, so
I can see it.
People are gonna think, oh, anytime they get something good, that's that Shawn trying to do an impression.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah,
He always sounds like Cher, though.
Yeah, he's got 2 accents, North Korea and South Korea.
Yeah.
All right. So, again, keep an eye out for those. We'll let you know when they come out. So that's going to do it for this week. And until next week, have a great week.
Later.
Hey, thanks for listening to Randomosity with Shawn and Mark. Keep up with the guys by checking them out on social media at Randomosity Pod for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Your support helps the show grow. And as always, remember, these guys are idiots. What do they know?